Okay, and then kind of the last piece of paperwork, most important piece in my mind, is the transmittal, and this is what we send down to AFLAC with the application that tells them where to send the money. Okay, now this piece, okay, we're working with payroll business, so we're going to make sure we check that off, filling in the date that we are completing the paperwork. So say today, May the 8th, the state the business was written in. Okay. Is this a multi-state, multi-location account? Unless you are told to answer yes there, you're always going to answer no. So this is a no. The associate transmittal number is essentially irrelevant. You can make that number whatever you want. I typically start with 1 with each account and grow from there. You can use 99 for every transmittal you ever send to AFLAC. It's entirely up to you. Okay. From there, we need to let AFLAC know who is getting paid on this policy. And we can pay up to 4 different associates on any given application. The splits must be made in increments of 10%. So for this particular application, we'll say that 50% of it is going to me, 50% is going to Dave Morningstar. Okay, so I'm going to input my information as Associate A. This is extremely important. Whomever signed the application must be listed on the transmittal as Associate A. Okay, you're filling in your name, your writing number. This is where the situation code does matter. So you always want to check to make sure you're using the appropriate one. In this case, we'll say my situation code is C as in cat. Okay. Filling in a phone number for associate's address, you can simply list that it's on file. You don't need to fill that in with every transmittal that you fill out. Now I'm putting in the information for the associate I'm splitting it to. So we said we're splitting to David Morningstar. Okay, we'll say his SIT code is also C, that his information is also on file. Make sure your totals here add up to 100%. Thankfully, AFLAC won't pay out just 80%, although unfortunately for us, they won't pay out 120% either. So definitely make sure you check that. And anytime the business is being split, anytime you're not keeping 100% at that Associate A spot, Associate A needs to sign indicating that they would like the commissions to be split as indicated above. Okay, then we need to provide AFLAC with the account information. So we're working with ABC Company here. Okay, and it says address, but the city and state is all that you need to put here. Okay, we need to indicate whether this is a new account or additions to an existing account. We'll say this is not my first time at ABC Company. So we're going back with additions. Okay, and then because we're working with pre-tax plan, we need to give them the information on that pre-tax plan. So as I mentioned, the policies had a June 1st effective date. So that's the plan year for this account, and it'll run from June 1st of 2015 to May 31st of 2016. Be careful with February there. Make sure that if it's a leap year that you get the 29th on that. Should run 12 months unless you've set up a short plan year. Okay, and as we mentioned, this is not a new account, it's an addition to the existing account AB123. Okay, then I need to input the information on each policy that I'm submitting, and so it's one line for every single policy. If the same applicant, if Hillary Radillac applied for all 4 core programs, the name will be listed there 4 times. So it's last name first, first name, Okay, are they a new or existing employee? N for new. Okay, line of business. The codes for that are on the back of the transmittal. You can see it's item number 12. You come down to item number 12. Okay, and we can see accident is AD, cancer is CA. Okay, disability is SD, specified event is SE. So you can always refer to this. We did a cancer application, so we're going to input CA for cancer. Okay. Then we're once again inputting that modal premium. Because it was a weekly account, it'll be the weekly premium, and it was $8.35. If for some reason it is an after-tax plan, you'll also just put a little asterisk there. Obviously, it doesn't happen very often, but anything pre-tax just is input as the number. Okay. If the department number is required, you'll indicate that as well. And then always for premium remitted, we're inputting PR for payroll. Okay. You can fit up to 10 applications on each transmittal, each one listed out the exact same way. Okay. From there, you always want to make sure that the policy is being sent to the applicant. Okay. Do not have them sent to yourself, because then you have the added responsibility of having to deliver them. Okay, let's keep that on the postal service. Okay, requested effective date, again for this account, was June 1. And then under special instructions information, the most frequent thing that you'll be using there is letting AFLAC know that an applicant and their spouse are legally married. Many times when folks get married, the wife chooses to retain her maiden name or maybe hyphenate her name, and any time that the husband and wife's last name does not match, you need to indicate in the special instructions that they are legally married, or the policy will not issue. So as an example, Hillary Radillac and John Smith are legally married. Okay, and that's all it needs. Again, anytime the primary insured and their spouse last name differ. Okay, when you submit this to AFLAC, okay, it's automatically done in duplicate, so you're able to just rip off that top copy, okay, and put it with each application that's listed there. You want to make sure that the applications are behind the transmittal in the order that they appear on the transmittal list. Also, make sure that they're all at least paper clipped together, especially if you're sending more than one transmittal in the same envelope. Each one of these applications is, at this point, money for you. So we want to make sure that they're received and processed correctly. We want to make that as easy on AFLAC as possible. Make sure you retain that second copy for yourself along with your copies of each application, just in case things are lost in processing or anything like that.